Hey guys, Josh back again with another comic book review. This time I'm reviewing Shattered Empire, the comic book that really should have been the novel Aftermath. But before I get around to that, first of all, I have some items to show you. I went on kind of a shopping spree today. I went to various Targets and Toys R Us and everything, looking for any kind of remnant Star Wars The Force Awakens toys. And I also have kind of an announcement to make, and I'll do that first. It's not really an announcement, it's more of an audience participation kind of a thing. So here's the deal. I really don't want to read parts 2 and 3 of the Aftermath trilogy. However, I will if you want me to. So here's what we're going to do. If this video receives at least 25 likes, I will read and review parts 2 and 3 to the Aftermath trilogy. Okay. Moving on to my haul for the night, I went on, like I said, a shopping spree, a Star Wars shopping spree, and I found some stuff. I didn't find as much as I really wanted to. So I went on Target.com and I was checking like if things were in stock, and there was one store that said they had basically everything. So I was like, well, I'm going there. And I got there and they had none of it. So that was kind of disappointing. But I went to 3 Targets tonight and 1 Toys R Us, and this is everything I found. Okay. Stuff's about to fall. First of all, I have not found these anywhere yet, and I was able to find them tonight. These are the other, Journey to the Force Awakens books. These are basically like middle school age books. I am planning on reading and reviewing these actually, and they can't be worse than Aftermath. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to these. Next up, I got the Boba Fett helmet here. I don't know if I can hear the echo coming off the helmet as I'm talking. I don't know if it's making it to the camera, but I saw this, and this was $30, and I had to pick it up because I have an order in for a Mando helmet because I'm working on a Mandalorian costume to join the Mandalorian Mercs. But it's just been, I think I ordered it like in the beginning of May, and it's now almost halfway through September, and I haven't gotten it yet, so if, push comes to shove, I can modify this, and I think it'll be acceptable to join the club. I know I'd have to fill in the dent because that's Boba Fett specific. I'm not allowed to have that, so I have to fill that in with Bondo, and I have to paint it and have the visor tinted. But I think I could probably take this into like a tinting place, and they would tint this, I would think. I don't know. I know I am not skilled enough to tint it myself. I can paint it, but I can't tint it. But I got this, and if my helmet does come from I'm not going to, say who I ordered it from because I'm not going to bash them for being all late and stuff. If it's, coming next week, I'm not going to do that. I will do an unboxing of that, though, when it comes. But if it does come, this will make a nice display piece. If it doesn't, I'm just going to modify and paint this, and I think this will work just fine. We'll have to add some cushion to the inside, but I think this will work. I'm going to have to try it on and make sure, like, my big old freaking head fits in it. Next up, I got some things for Anna. Anna is obsessed with Predator, and when I was in Toys R Us, I found this. A nice little, a nice Predator action figure, and I think she'll really enjoy this. It's too bad he's not purple because she's also obsessed with purple, but the packaging is purple, so that works. And I also picked up Hit Girl from Kick-Ass 2 at Toys R Us. This was actually in the clearance aisle for $8. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to pick that up. So I got that. Also at Toys R Us, I found a Han Solo Black Series figure, and I thought, well, I would love a Han Solo Black Series, so I went ahead and picked this up. They had no other black, well, they had an Obi-Wan Kenobi Black Series figure, which I'm like, I don't really, it was from the the Attack of the Clones, I think. And I was like, not really. And then they had the TIE Fighter pilot, and I was like, not really. I want my Han Solo. So that's what I got. And then at my first Target stop, I picked up some of the McFarlane's Walking Dead builder sets. I'm really excited for these. These are prison cells. They're stackable. Let's see which one. This is the upper cell, so it goes like this. And I got this one because it has Carol in it. And I'm like, yay, Carol! So I got that, and I'll put these together, and these will go as part of our display here. And you're probably thinking, Josh, your display is getting really big. What are you doing, man? You're out of control. I'm like, well, yeah, I kind of am. But here's the deal, I would really love to be able to customize this a little bit depending on what video we're doing. So if we're doing a Walking Dead review, I want to have more Walking Dead stuff. If we're doing Star Wars review, I want to have more Star Wars stuff. So that's kind of the idea behind it. Of course, there are reviews of some things that there's just not that much merchandise out there for. You know, I want to make my background more custom to whatever video we're doing. So I'm looking forward to getting that more progressed. And, let's see, and at that same Target stop, I got the Black X-Wing Lego kit. I'm not going to get the toy of this because I've seen reviews, lots of reviews actually, where the cannons, they're all bent and mangled and stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't want that. That's like $40 out the window because it looks like garbage. So no, I'm not going to pick that up. I went ahead and picked up the Lego kit, and I'm really excited to put this together. Probably not going to get to it tonight because it's already 8:30. And I have a massive headache right now because the AC in my car is broken and I've been driving around all afternoon. I can actually see myself shining from the lights and I'm like, oh God, I look terrible. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I'm not going to get to this tonight. Probably tomorrow. Maybe I'll film that and, you know, speed it up and post it. We'll see what happens with that tomorrow. And my last stop was to the comic book shop where I picked up a Malcolm Reynolds figure because I was like, hell yes, I want the Malcolm Reynolds figure. This is why I can't go shopping without Anna because I come home with so much stuff. But I got the Malcolm Reynolds figure and a couple of comic books that we didn't pick up yesterday. Actually, one comic book that we didn't pick up yesterday. And what was it? Oh geez. What didn't we get yesterday? I don't even remember. That's terrible. Oh well, moving on. Moving on to the review of Shattered Empire from Marvel. This is the variant cover. This is awesome. If you can find this cover, this is the one to get. The rest of them don't look that great in my humble opinion. So Shattered Empire is absolutely amazing. The art is superb. The art is some of the best art I've seen in a Star Wars comic. And the story is really, really good. The story, at first it centers on, well, most of the comic actually centers on a rebel pilot in Green Squadron who is not, you know, we don't see in Return of the Jedi. It's a squadron that's part of the Battle of Endor, but they didn't take part in the Death Star run going into the interior of the Death Star. They were just kind of protecting the port from other Imperials following Red Group and Gold Group into the Death Star. I'm getting really tongue-tied because I'm tired. I have a crazy headache right now. But, of course, the comic book shop, they don't have the resealable comic book bags. Well, they sell them. They just don't use them. And so they tape this shut, which I absolutely hate. If you're a comic book collector and you have bags and boards and you use just, you know, Scotch tape to seal your bags, don't do that because you run the risk of when you unbag it, getting it snagged and ruining it. Get the resealable bags. Little secret there. So this story centers on, I think it's Green 4. Yeah, Green 4. Okay. And most of the comic actually is the battle above the Death Star. But it wraps up and, you know, everybody's at the Ewok party. Green 4, who we find out her name is Lieutenant Bey, B-E-Y. She's looking for her husband, and we don't find out till near the end of the comic that his last name is Dameron. So this is Poe Dameron's parents, and it's like, I'm like, man, that is what Aftermath should have been. So husband and wife are reunited. It's a very happy situation, but the next morning they're called to do another operation basically, and she volunteers to be the pilot. He's, you know, Sergeant Dameron. That's all we get as far as his name. I don't think we ever got his first name, but Sergeant Dameron, he gets volunteered to go off with Han and Chewie and the rest of Pathfinder Squad. I think was the name of the squad, and we're not exactly sure what they found. There was a small battle. There was like these Imperial holdouts on the opposite side of the planet, and they annihilated them, but apparently Han found something, because the next time we see him, he's like standing in the doorway and he's like, it's not over yet. And I'm like, oh, and that's how it ends. And I'm like, oh man, that is how Aftermath should have gone. and it is a travesty that it didn't. Shattered Empire the comic is nearly perfect, but it's not 100% perfect. I do have one problem with it, and this is me actually really looking for something to nitpick. Okay, so here it is. There's one little line, one word bubble, okay? When the Death Star shields go down, it says, the shield is down, commence attack on the Death Star, and that wasn't the line. I think it was commence attack on the Death Star's main reactor or something like that, or target the main reactor or something like that, but they just didn't get the line right. And that is me really digging for something to find wrong with the comic. Otherwise, it's flawless. It is absolutely perfect. Why they didn't use this story for Aftermath, I have no idea. Alright, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more reviews and unboxings and everything else that we do. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.